Somebody left a comment on one of my videos saying that the Democrats are constantly trying to infringe on our Second Amendment rights. So I did a video reply to that comment asking how. Because the Second Amendment gives you the right to keep and bear arms. And unless a Democrat is putting forth a bill to, excuse me, ban all personal private gun ownership in the United States of America, they're not infringing on your Second Amendment right. For example, if Democrats ban an assault weapon, but say you can still own hundreds, if not thousands, of any one of these other thousands of types of guns that exist, you're not having your Second Amendment right to keep arms infringed. And then that person I did that video about asked, well, can you carry a gun in every state, can you own and carry a gun in every state and every city? Yes, you can. I did a follow-up video to that. There might be some regulations in place, like here in Illinois, you got to get a FOID card, you got to get a concealed carry permit. But yes, you can. And that caused this person to say regulation are an infringement of the Second Amendment right. No, that is incorrect. There are regulations on all of your rights. For example, you have a right to free speech, but you do not have a right to print something that's libel. That's a regulation on your free speech. You have a right to free speech, but you do not have a right to, the old saying, you can't yell fire in a crowded movie theater. You can't incite panic or a riot. Those are regulations on your free speech. You have a right to freedom of religion. But if your religion calls for you to sacrifice a goat in the town square on the second Thursday of every month, there's going to be a regulation saying you can't do that. There are regulations to literally all of our. You have a right to consume alcohol if you're 21. You have a right to own a gun if you're a certain age. That doesn't infringe on your right. It just means that there's a regulation. There are literally regulations for every single right that we have. And you know that there are regulations too. You know, at least I would hope you would know, going back to the First Amendment, that while you have a right to free speech, you do not have a right to possess child porn, right? Hopefully you know that. I'm not, you seem like you're coming from the conservative right on this, and that's the reason why I say hopefully you know that, because they got a big problem with that over there. But that's a regulation. Why are you not on social media going, God damn it, the federal government saying that I can't possess child porn is an infringement on my First Amendment because it's a regulation? Because you know that that's bullshit. You know it. And putting regulations on your right to keep and bear arms is not an infringement of that. And furthermore, if you are somebody that can pass a background check, that can get a FOID card, that has clean mental health records, and can get a gun regardless, you have nothing to complain about. You have nothing. People who complain about background checks and mental health screening and all that, they're the people who I wonder if they're the ones that we shouldn't allow to have guns. Because it sounds to me like they wouldn't be able to pass a background check, which would cause us to have a reason not to allow them to have a gun. But no, regulations are not an infringement.